Warning, the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Revenge of the 5th. I was gonna do something for May the 4th. I was like, what are you doing for May the 4th? You gonna play some cool Star Warsy games? And I'm dead inside. But you know what? May the 4th was actually like going to a fucking funeral. I actually went out. I brought you along with me. I was gonna go out and find some cool Star Warsy stuff. Hopefully some Mandalorian action. And this is how it went. This is how it went. They didn't even set up for today. They didn't even put a display up, nothing. I've seen other stores all week long online here have been getting a lot of fucking stuff. This is literally, that's how it looks every day. A bunch of Black Series figures that no one wants, a couple of Rays, a couple of Finns, a few Sith Troopers. They never even set up for anything for today. I don't even think they got anything new in. I asked the kid to look. And he looked in his little Palm Pilot thing, whatever it is. Nothing. And that's how it basically went. I went to 3 Targets. I spoke to employees in all 3, and they all said universally, we didn't even bother this year. Meanwhile, I was seeing Targets in other states. You know, I could have went to Walmart too, but our Walmart's a pain in the ass to get to. Long story short, May the 4th was kind of it was kind of a goof. I couldn't get anything to work out. And it's tough because I can't really play games right now. My fucking thumb hurts. Maybe I'll still try, but it hurts like hell. And I was going to do a few tech videos. There's one tech video I want to get to. I want to restore something and bundle it with something that may go out to somebody that's in need. But that's kind of hard to do with this, which I found out this afternoon. So we had a couple choices. I could do yet another Amico video. I have it all written out here. It's basically a cost breakdown and the value of each console depending on which model or which edition you bought, and showing how it actually is at the end of the day a fantastic value. Or we can continue with the Star Wars theme on Revenge of the 5th, which is a better fucking day anyway, because who cares about the light side? It's all about the dark side, motherfucker. And I could just show you a couple of recent Star Wars pickups. Nothing crazy. Just show them off. Hey, I've picked up these recently. So I chose to do that instead of talking about the Amico and numbers. We will get to that probably tomorrow or the day after, depending on when I feel better up here. Because to be honest with you guys, I'm in a depressive, dead inside kind of fucking mood. Let me stop yapping. Let me take this ridiculous thing off my head. And we'll look at a couple Star Warsy things. And if you're a good little boy and girl, I'll show you where I'm at with the 6-scale Darth Vader statue model kit that I started barely not too long ago. That's almost finished and I'm about ready to get set up to make a video about that. So the first thing we have here is we have a Black Series C-3PO with the red arm. Now don't get too used to him as C-3PO. I got him for a very specific thing. It was a Facebook Market kind of auction thing. This guy, Bill Cobra, over at, I think it's called Wicked's Toy Box. He does them every Friday night. Had this up dirt cheap. I also helped them out with a question. They had this alien figure and I didn't know where it came from. So while I was watching the auction, I Googled all kinds of stuff. And I found out what the thing was, when it came out, and where it was sold. So he tossed in an extra little freebie for me for helping him out. And I got this guy. I'm going to try to do this without glare. I haven't opened him. This is from when The Force Awakens came out. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. Goss Towers. Apparently he's a mechanic. He'll fix your broken down, busted ass X-Wing. Also found this really rad Darth Vader sticker in the house when we were doing some spring cleaning. But that's not what I'm here to show you. I want to show you this. Now that C-3PO you just saw, he was my very first Black Series figure. And not too long after that, I got this Mandalorian one. I've been holding out to buy this guy for so long because I refuse to pay more than retail for something like this. And I had this $25 gift card for Amazon that I held on to for this specifically. And I got lucky. $20. It came out in $19.99. Buy it now. So I hit that shit and I got them in. It took them a little longer to get here because of current situation. So, but I'm really impressed by the detail on this. There's only one real gripe I have. There's like a little divot there. That's where his rifle is supposed to slot into for display. Doesn't quite work out so well. If you get it in there, great. Just don't look at them, and it'll stay in there probably. But in my experience, it hasn't. Some people have done some modifications, even used rare earth magnets to kind of do their thing. But either way, it's such a fantastic figure, and he was the whole reason I was going out yesterday anyway. I wanted to get one of those the little Baby Yoda, the child ones in the Black Series scale for him, so I could display them together. Maybe make a small little diorama or something around them, but again, I couldn't find them. And I refused to pay more than the $9.99 for it than that it was originally supposed to be slotted for. So this was a really fun pickup. I'm really excited about this. Great quality. I see why everyone collects the Black Series. Still not going to collect many more, but this is such a fantastic figure. Probably one of my favorite ones in the collection now. The next couple of items are, little gifts I got from my ladies. You just come home from the store. Hey, I saw this and thought you'd like it. And one of them is this figure here. Now, I'm somewhat familiar with the line because I did get one of the girls to Chewbacca. And I know my buddy Mike has Chewbacca and Han Solo. This is what, the Galaxies of Adventure? Regardless, let's talk about the figure. The figure is amazing. Look at that. Let me see if I can't get you to focus on his head. That is probably the most furious looking Darth Vader you'll ever see in your entire life. Solid figure, very well made. Very well made. Fantastic line. But I just collect what I like. And if that means I don't have the entire collection, so be it. But this figure is amazing. And as a matter of fact, Lennon, if I record in the dining room again, in the background, that's where he sits. He sits opposite of Creep. So one of my favorite characters in The Mandalorian is the character that everyone's just been calling Zero. But apparently it's Q9-0. Now, my lady got me this, and here we are. Another Funko Pop, right? And everybody who I know collects these things always starts off the same way as I do. I don't collect the Funko Pops, but... And I mean, that's true. That's especially true with me. I am not a huge fan of the Funko Pops. But every now and again, one will pop up. Like this fucking bobblehead looking motherfucker. Which, I said that, he is actually a bobblehead. But I love this character. And it turns out he's... The guy who plays him is a member of the Mos Eisley Facebook group that I belong to. It's a private group. If you'd like to join it, I'll put the link down below. You have to go through a series of tests before you can join. It's that super secret, but regardless, we do have some actors from the films and such. So, but regardless, she picked this up for me knowing I actually had it in my hand and I put it back. I'm like, I'm all set with these Pops. And it was right where it was when she went back the next day. And she said, that's fate. I'm just going to get it for him. This has something to do with a figure that we spoke about earlier in this video. I'm going to leave it to you to decide or to figure out using Columbo-like research skills what exactly it is I'm talking about. Answer down below. Maybe you'll win a prize if you get the right answer. Maybe you won't. Maybe go fuck yourself. I don't know. But this is a really cool Pop. I could see myself actually displaying it like this. All my Pops are still in their boxes, but maybe glue them to the dashboard of the car instead of having a Hula Girl. I'll have a Zero Droid. Also, I guess these new Mandalorian Pops are coming with a really cool little pull-out dealie that you can frame. That's awesome. Really nice added touch. All right, last we're gonna go shaky handheld, but yeah, what are you gonna do? You remember earlier? Hopefully I said it earlier when I said I shouldn't be doing projects right now, and I found out the hard way. Well, that's the reason. Over the course of yesterday and today, I put this thing together. It started its life out as a cheap Dollar Tree lantern. And I've been toying with the idea of actually making like this kyber crystal containment unit out of this thing. This thing opens up like this so you can pull it apart. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. That was probably the stupidest thing I ever did. But you see, it kind of opens up like that. And people have actually been taking the LED out and putting crystals in there and putting their own lighting system. And the idea is to make it look like something that you would travel to keep kyber crystals from, I don't know, doing volatile shit. And you open it up and pick the crystal and whatever. Plutonium. Boom. But I found these lanterns at the Dollar Tree, and I said, you know, how cool would it be just to make like a little simple one. I hate the paint job in this, and I cracked the tube. Turn the light out so you can see the crack. Right there, cracked the tube. When pulling it apart, so now I know. And this was more of a proof of concept thing anyway. I might make these and put them on Etsy for like $10 or something like that. But I made the crystal itself. This is just from a salt or pepper grinder, McCormick. I have tons of those. Every time we get done with it, I pop them off and I save them for many other projects. You've seen this a couple times, in fact, if you've been following Millie Macabre. But if there's any interest in seeing how I actually put this thing together, let me know. Maybe I'll do a Millie Macabre tutorial episode of that. Just, you know, you have to let me know if there's any interest in it. You think I was fucking kidding with you? He's sitting right here, right behind me. But the reason we're here is to show you this. I promised you I'd show you the Darth Vader model kit. That's where he stands right now. We'll be talking about him pretty soon. I need to do a lot of touch-ups on the paint and stuff. And there's something with the cape. I was trying to get someone to make a cloth cape for it, but no one was willing to help me out. So yeah, it is what it is. But I have some clearance issues with his actual vinyl cape when it concerns the helmet. But there's some of the detail on the helmet, the back of the skull piece. There you go. We'll be talking about him pretty soon once I get it all finished up and I figure out what, you know, I want to put him on a base. I want to make him like a showpiece, but I know exactly what you guys are all screaming right now. When the fuck are you going to get back to reviewing these? That's what you really want to know. Star Warsy video, and I didn't touch a single one of these. We're going to get to them, I promise. I want to get those figures before I review that, but I'll probably get to that here in the next week or so either way. This one's going to require a lot of room, like in the living room here. And I need people not to be here. I need people not to be home. And that's rare today. So we will get to all of this eventually. Hey, look at this. Murder Hornet. Murder Hornet. Coming to get you. But guys, let me know what your favorite item was looking at today, even if it's one of these. Let me know if you want a tutorial on the whole lantern kyber crystal thing. Maybe I'll do it and give it away at the end. So let me know if you want to see that in action and tell me what color crystal should be in the next one. Go ahead and leave your feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. I'm not going to lie. I've been in just a funk. I've been in a real bad funk. I think I'm letting this whole quarantine get to me. That on top of not being able to find, I mean, it was a thing I did with my kid. I was trying to give her some sense of normalcy, and we couldn't find a single fucking new Star Wars toy. So it was like, that toppled off with a few other things. I think I've just been letting it all get to me, but I can't. And doing these videos actually help, and I'm feeling better already. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. And if not, well, maybe you'll enjoy me talking about Amico and numbers within. So look forward to that video here in the next day, guys. So I can't say enough. Thank you always so much for watching. You really do make it worthwhile. Even if I make these without you there, that makes it a little bit more worthwhile for me. Love the conversation. I love you, and I hope you guys are doing well. So until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.